What's up, my Beardos and Weirdos? Today we're taking a look at the Reddit page r/StoryTime. This was requested a few times over the last few videos, and I thought I'd give it a shot. I'm just going to choose a bunch of random stories and read them out to you. Let's take it one topic at a time. Living with my boyfriend. At first we were together, but then he had to move. Living separately is complicated. Him being so far away makes my anxiety go nuts when he mentions other girls. But he would never do that to me. We plan on reuniting this summer once I get through with school. We talk every day through Telegram and even have a few groups together. Hopefully our relationship lasts through this part. Yeah, I hope so too. Solis Omau. Long distance is hard, but as long as you two keep an open line of communication, you set appropriate ground rules, and you agree to give each other space, then I think it'll work out for the best. Oftentimes going through adversity can help strengthen a relationship, and it doesn't always have to hinder it or shorten its potential. Yeah, I really hope for the best for you guys. How I got robbed. It's kind of funny. So I was working at a theme park last summer as the games attendant. I had my wallet behind a box on the counter, because I'm an idiot. I was 16 and stupid, now 17 and stupid as well, so yeah. And you could hardly see it since it was black. However, a few guests did see it. So I was working in the arcade alone, and some guests come in and play the machines, or so I thought. They were a married couple with 4 to 5 kids. I kind of lost count. One of the children was an infant who was very adorable, and he seemed to be close to a newborn. I congratulated her, and she thanked me. They stayed in the arcade for about 15 minutes while I helped other guests. I see her older children leave to go on a ride, and they put their plan into action right after they leave. They realized I liked their baby, and I kept getting distracted by him because he's absolutely adorable. So when the husband asks me to help him with the skee ball machine, I was still preoccupied, faces at the child, that I didn't even think to move my wallet. The wife is still near the counter, just looking at prizes. I go to help him and realize that he didn't even put enough quarters in, which should have raised alarms because it's 25 cents. So I tell him that, and he thanks me for the help. Right after I get back to the counter, the couple leaves in a hurry. For about 10 minutes I didn't realize my wallet was gone. But then I see the older kids return back to the arcade. They ask where their parents went, and I told them they left a while ago. I start to get suspicious because even though these kids were older, they weren't old enough to be separated for so long from them. I start getting this weird feeling and I reach for my wallet and realize it isn't there. I start searching everywhere around the arcade. No one was inside at the time. And I'm freaking out at this point, so I call over the radio for my manager to come down for a second. I tell her that my wallet is missing, and she calls for security. At this point I've realized it was the lady, and I tell the security there was a guest near the counter, and they check the cameras. I describe the woman to my manager and the assistant managers, and the assistant managers, and the assistant managers, and the assistant mangers. Describe the woman to my manger, and to the assistant mangers, and the available lead, then go on a manhunt to find this family. Because apparently they had nothing better to do, I guess. Finally, one of the security guards shows me the video, and she's clearly stealing my wallet. My parents deactivate my card, and I had no money in my wallet at the time. I get my wallet back, but a few days later they found the family through the season pass card because one of the guards recognized this woman's face. The whole family was banned from the park for life, including the kids, and their season passes were revoked. I didn't press charges because they got what they deserved in the end. I just feel bad for the kids because they truly didn't do anything wrong. I'm so easily tricked, it's like not even funny. Well, kinda. Well, this is unfortunate, but I'm really glad the people that employ you had enough sense to stand up and protect their employee. I'm really glad you had people there for you that could look out for you. And reading the story makes me kind of angry. I'm getting some r/it happened vibes, but it seems real enough. Yeah, people stealing from you at work, that's no good. It really is unfortunate that the kids got punished though. If I could say anything about this, it's that I don't think the kids should have been punished. I think the parents absolutely should have received a lifetime ban, but I don't think the older kids, or even the youngest kid, should have got a ban. Maybe it won't be enforceable in a decade or so when they're old enough to come back on their own, but who knows. Like, if they're invited to a friend's birthday party and they really want to go to this location, and then all of a sudden they realize they can't because their parents stole something, I think that'd be really unfortunate. I don't think that would punish the parents accordingly. I think that would just punish the kids, so I hope they lift the ban for the kids. Now I will tell you a story about a little boy. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, "Son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned?" He said, "Will you defeat them?" your demons and all the non-believers, the plans they have made, because one day I'll leave you, a phantom, to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade. Now, this one's a bit subtle, but, well, maybe it's not subtle at all. It's directly quoting the song, but I liked that it seemed familiar enough when I started reading it that I wasn't quite sure until I got maybe a sentence in, and then I realized, oh yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're quoting a song. I thought that was a little bit clever, and I just wanted to share that one. Wait a minute. This one's by Solus Omau as well, and this is a different story. What's going on here? It's story time. Well, living with my biological father after being booted from my old home by my stepfather. I found living in Iowa isn't as bad as I first thought, but it's cold. Oh, so very cold. Makes me wish I had a car. Enjoying the time me and my boyfriend have together is always fun. All in all, life is looking a lot brighter now. So which is it, Solus? Are you living with your boyfriend? Were you guys apart? Enjoying time with your boyfriend? I don't know. Thought you guys were long distance at this point.
What happened to me when I drank some seawater when I was 9? So when I was like 9, I think 9, we went to Montenegrino for vacation there, and we go to the beach, and I went in the water with my mom and dad, and my sister stayed because she didn't want to go in the water. So when me and my parents went in, and we went kind of far, because I like it when my feet don't touch the ground, so we went somewhere that my feet didn't touch any more than I drowned in the water. But my dad caught me when I drowned. I accidentally drank some seawater, and then I coughed and blood came out of my mouth. Then I felt like I am gone, throw up. Then we got out of the water, and after that day, we enjoyed our vacation. Heart. No. Quit your bullshit. I think that's the correct subreddit for this. Quit your bullshit.
Accidentally went on a date while in a relationship. I've been in a relationship with my partner for 2 years now, but recently it became long distance due to us moving back to different universities to study. During Freshers Week, I got chatting to this girl while trying to make friends, and she told me a lot of funny stories about her life. So we sat together during lecture, and she made subtle jokes at how bad it was. A lecture done by student interns. When we left, she said she had to leave, but waved her phone at me and said I should put my number in it. I did. We said bye, and then texted through most of the night, making plans for the next day. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds oddly datey. Yes it does. I didn't pick up on this because I've never dated in my life. I met my partner by first being friends with her, so we never did the whole dating thing, as we already knew one and another. As such, my naivete is shown embarrassingly in this story, as I didn't pick up on how any of these events with this girl may have looked from the outside in. Back on track, we met up the next day at a coffee shop after classes and stayed there until the place closed, just chatting about life. Sometimes serious stuff, sometimes having a laugh, and sometimes interests, etc. When we left, she didn't know where we were in the city, so I walked her halfway home until she knew where she was. At the end, she looked at me for a long time, silently, and smiled before saying, "This could work." This is when I realized I had gone on a date. I played it cool, for some reason saying, "Yeah, see you soon for sure," before saying goodbye. I don't know why I went along with it. I guess I figured it was the quickest way out of the situation I now felt guilty for being in. I never saw her again. Harsh as I'd be lying to say I didn't have a good time and enjoy it, but I'm not about to ruin my 2-year relationship. I felt guilty for it, and like an idiot. But once I found my partner didn't give a single care in the world and found it funny, my whole mood lightened up about it. My partner and friends all had a laugh with me and poked fun at how I didn't know it was a date. And all was well. Pretty funny. Time. Honestly, it was just good to know that I can get dates and have confidence boost in my relationship as I went above and beyond, realizing I had the social capacity to do that. 0 out of 10 wouldn't go on a date with another girl again, but 10 out of 10 for the evening out and funny story it got me. Alright, my Beardos and Weirdos, that was our first read-through of r/StoryTime. Let me know if you enjoyed this one and if you want to see another Storytime in the future. I had some fun reading this, and it's been a while since I was able to read out some longer posts and really be able to put myself into them and into the shoes of the person that I was reading the story of. So I had a really good time. If you want to see this again, let me know in a comment below. Alright, do the YouTube stuff. Bye! Hey guys, for anyone who's wondering about that Patreon outro, no problem. I've totally got you. And it's probably going to be in a future video because it's not in this one. Alright, bye!